Well, this has been a really hard decision. Like, I've been postponing it since like the last few days because it's like I'm really scared of being seen. So posting something like this in such a big platform is like really nerve wracking. So like I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit shaking. Let's see. So this is gonna be my first video. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit of what's going on. The past few days, everything like has changed like incredibly for me. So I got an idea out of nowhere. I was literally like sitting in my bed, and I got an idea from nowhere. I was like, "Wait, what if I open a YouTube channel?" But I was like, hell no, I don't like being seen. I don't like nobody like telling me like seeing me and stuff. And I was like, hell no, I will never do that. But then as like the days passed, like the idea seemed more like appealing. Yeah. The idea seemed more appealing. And I was like, wait, would it be that bad? And I'd be dodging it. I'd be dodging it because I was like, but I decided that it was time, you know. My life has been like incredibly hard for like a long ass time, and I said, I'm trying to get out of this timeline, so I'm just gonna do random things that my heart feels like doing. So I just follow my heart and what my heart tells me to do, and I do it. And that led me to creating my first video on YouTube. I don't know how long this is gonna be, and I don't want to make it like a long video because it's gonna be like some people you see like how you scrolling on YouTube and they're like, I'm trying to find the perfect video, but I don't want it too long because then I'm gonna get bored, you know. So it's like I'm trying to like say whatever like flows through me, but at the same time I'm being like really aware of the time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you my goals because this is gonna be a journey. Yeah, I decided that I'm done with being poor. I'm decided that I'm done with being struggling. I've been struggling my whole life. 20 years I have. Yeah, let me tell you a little bit. Before, let's pause that. Let me tell you a little bit of myself. Don't mind my little tongue like rapping or however you say that. I'm a little nervous, so like I get too twitchy. So before telling you all that, I gotta tell you something about myself and how I ended up here. So I am Dominican. Yeah, I was born in Dominican Republic in La Capital. Yeah. So I was born and we were poor. And not about the poor that you say, oh, they use average poor. No, I'm talking about, let me tell you something. My mom, we were so poor that my mom used to feed us water with sugar. That's how crazy, and I swear I'm not making that up. She used to make us no way. She didn't make us do it because it's we didn't have any other option. Yeah. So she we I'm sorry if I say too much. It's just it's just that. Yeah, it's just that my you can tell language is not my first language. Yeah. English is not my first language. So, if I get nervous, yeah, like I said, I start tweaking. But yeah, like I was saying, don't hate on me for saying too much, saying words too much and too yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So yeah, we were so poor that we used to drink water with sugar as dinner because we didn't have anything else. But then like time went on passing by, and my mom married again. Oh yeah, my father died. That's why we were poor. Yeah, my mom married again, and like we ended up coming here as a consequence of that. You know, and when I came here, it was like a whole different thing. And I was a Christian. Yes, my family like is very Christian, or at least my parents are. They're like really Christians. So it's like when I got here, I was a Christian, like a deep devoted Christian. And no hate towards Christians. No hate, no hate, no hate. Y'all, no hate, no hate. Christians are incredible. Not for me though. Like, I walked that path of life and it was incredibly painful. It was like living in a cage. No offense. Like, I'm telling my experience now. Know how average Christian feels like. No, that's my experience because my soul wasn't supposed to be in that type of category. If you know, because I feel like, let me not get there. Anyways, yeah, so I was a really devoted Christian. And I was like, as I kept growing up, I kept finding things about myself, you know, and I realized that I started to like women. Yeah, that was a rough path, you know. And as a Christian, like, imagine being a Christian and like liking women at the same time. That doesn't go together. At least now, like, I didn't feel like it went together. And it was tough because I was like denying myself the privilege of like following my heart and love whoever I want, because I wanted to stay in a group, in an organization that made me feel safe and made me feel protected, because that's how it went for me. Like, I stayed there because it gave me a sense of identity, because it was like I didn't have to do any thinking. I just had to follow whatever my mom said about God, or whatever I felt like saying about, like, whatever I felt like God was telling me to do. Because that's one thing, like, what led me to not being a Christian anymore was like the way that I never heard God. And that literally like wrecked my heart, because it was like from the moment I was born till like 16 is when I started like questioning Christianity. I was like, I've never heard God, and I never felt God. And like, I was going through depression. I started going through depression because it was like, I don't hear God and I'm struggling with like a homosexuality. And I was like, I was begging God for help, and I never felt him. And it was, I remember one night that I was like in my bathroom. Yes, I was in my bathroom, and I was like, God, I can't do this anymore. I was literally begging him on my knees. Nothing changed, and I was like, this cannot be it. This cannot be it. And I remember that night very clearly. I was washing dishes, and one question came to my mind. I was like, I decided not to watch a series because I used to like whenever I wash dishes, I used to like watch series and stuff because I didn't want to like be thinking or be in my mind too much. So I just like distracted myself. But that night I just said, you know what, let me just be on my thoughts. And some thought came to head. It was like, why, if God created love and God created me and God gave me this feeling, this love towards a certain gender, then why then must I struggle with that? Like, why is that a sin when he was the one that gave it to me in the first place? It was like, if love comes from God, then how can the love I feel come from the devil? You see, it was like, to me, it didn't make sense. And before Christians, if Christians come, it's like I'm telling how I feel and how I think. I'm not saying anybody should think like that. I'm not saying that that's like the universal truth. I'm saying like that's my way of thinking personal. Yeah. So it was like after that question, I just started questioning myself. And I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and I saw a video about manifestation, and I was like, yeah, that looks interesting. Because I have heard about manifestation before when I was a Christian. But I thought that was like demonic and stuff. Like whenever I would try to manifest something, I would like be praying, God forgive me, because I thought that was a sin. Whew. Anyways. And where did I left? My bad. My stepfather, he came because something. Yeah. Well, where was I? Oh yeah. I found about manifestation, yeah, and I was like, Even though I had a history, like a past with it, like I never went like into it because I was scared. But I was just constructing at the time, so I was interested in whatever resonated with me. So I went into like a rabbit hole, if that's how you say it, and I discovered incredible things that changed my perspective like so much. Like you will be so surprised. Like incredible things that started like happening to me, and I started being like developing myself in a spiritual and like emotional in every way possible. Like it was crazy. Like before, I was dealing with depression and I didn't know what to do with life. I even enrolled in the Marines because I didn't know what to do with life. But then I was like, after going through all that healing and all learning all the things that I've learned, it's been crazy. Like my life looks incredibly different from like how it started. Like I became a very different person, because like past me, she would never, like, I'm telling you, never, like, she was scared into going like out to the street. She would never like never like do this. But I changed because I just developed myself. It wasn't easy. It was hard. It was hard. It was very hard. It was very hard. But I never gave up because I was like, there has to be something better than this. And I was like, I deserve better than this. So I kept going and going, and the universe, because I do believe in the universe. I do believe that everybody, that's me, my belief, everybody got some type of guidance, and it's like through all that guidance that I felt with me and I feel with me, I've been able to like keep going and like have this strength, I've developed so much strength through all these years I didn't have before, and I'm thankful. And that's why like I want to make a YouTube channel where I record and keep track of my progress, because I'm gonna tell you right now what my dreams are. I'm gonna have a microphone soon. I'm manifesting that, because like I tried using my AirPods as a microphone. I couldn't do it. So I hope y'all can hear me, because I don't want to record it again. I don't. Anyways, but yeah, and I'm gonna tell you so much about my journey, like in the videos to come, because like I said, I don't want the videos to be too long because I'm scared. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm scared, and like I just don't want my first video to be like 40 minutes long. I just don't want it. Anyway, so yeah, I'll tell you. Oh my god, I'll tell you about how I manifested my girlfriend. Oh my god, I'll tell you about it because it was like I went from being single 19 years to having like the girlfriend of my dreams. Literally. I'll tell you about it in any other video that comes with. So yeah, and I've done like a lot of self develop. Let me put the microphone down. Thank you. I've done a lot of self work and looking inside me because I just realized that religion was just pushing me, like pushing my awareness away from myself, and it was more making me look outside of myself for answers that I could only find in here and here, and it was like I'm really grateful that I went through this path, because I went from not trusting myself and like looking outside of myself for all the answers and like for help, to relying on myself for everything, and trusting myself. Like when I said I want something, I'm gonna have it. Like I trust myself that is going to happen, because I've seen me going through a lot, and I'm still here, and that gave me like confidence and trust in myself. Confidence, yeah, confidence. So like it was an incredible journey, and I'm gonna tell you now what I'm going to achieve. Right now, I'm kind of, I'm broke. I just started investing in Fidelity. My first $55, and I want to invest at like 50 every paycheck. I get paid bi-weekly. Sadly. And money doesn't last me nothing. Bro, oh my god, money don't last me nothing. And it's like, I notice a pattern, And like, money don't last me a week. After 1 week, I'm just like begging for money and taking from my next paycheck, which puts me more debt. I have a little debt. It's not that big. It's just like $400. I don't think that's that big. But right now I'm living with my parents. I'm 20 years old, by the way. And like, I have so many dreams. I went from not knowing what to do in my life to having like so many dreams and like many inspirations that are like I wanna do. So I wanted to like create a community, like create a video footage of what my life has been and where I'm headed at, to have proof for the future, for my future self. So yeah, I started investing. I started, what else? Yeah, I started taking the gym seriously, because that's something I wasn't able to do. It's been hard to to stay consistent in the gym. It's been hard. I'm trying to get money, so it's like, let me try to follow my heart to see if my heart takes me to money. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you my goals. My goal is to get my license, because I still don't got a license. To get a car. Oh my god, yeah, I need a car so bad. Like I just have an electric bike, and that's it. It's been rough. To move out, I literally want to move out so bad, but I don't have the opportunity. Like money. I live with my parents. It's like they've been nice, but it's like it comes to a point where you just want to like have a personal space. And I'm gonna start school, like college, in September. Yeah, in September, I think. It's been a rough path. I've been on and off. I think I took 2 years off because I was on the wrong path, and like I had to see that I was on the wrong path. and now I'm doing what I love learning about, which is psychology. I love psychology, you know, and I'm gonna tell you more, you know, later. But yeah, those are my goals. I want to move out, have a stable job that pays me good, like more money, freedom. How you say that word? Freedom, money. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I want to have like money, enough money to just spend whatever I want. But yeah, I want to achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom. Yeah, I want to achieve financial freedom. I want to move out. I want to have a car. I want to get a better job. Please. A better job. I'm getting paid right now $18 an hour. And I want my next job to be $21. Because I just trying to see if I can, like, if I can. No, I know I'm going to be able to. You're going to see. Don't worry, you're going to see. Right now, and I feel like it's going to be pretty good. I'll keep you updated on my life. And yeah, this was a lot. It was really hard to do, but yeah, I'll see you next video, and I hope you stayed.